So now the Vajra armor protection wheel practice, page 37. So first, those of you who are qualified to generate yourself as a deity, first we purify appearances into emptiness. And so even though you haven't had the initiation, it's good to meditate on emptiness. Emptiness being the lack of inherent existence of all phenomena, which doesn't mean non-existence. It's not nihilism, but rather things don't exist independently. They don't exist from their own side. Om Sabhava Shuddha Sabhadama Sabhava Shuddho Han Tomba Nidu Yu, everything becomes emptiness. So those of you with the initiation think that then your mind that directly realizes this ultimate nature of reality, which is conjoined with great bliss, then this mind itself, in order to benefit sentient beings, it then manifests as the very ferocious dark blue Vajrapani, holding a Vajra and snake lasso. My holy body is complete with the glorious ornaments of the charnel grounds, and I stand with my 2 feet stretched out on a lotus and sun. I abide amidst a blazing wisdom fire. From my holy body, fire garudas, iron scorpions, black pigs, wind, fire, and the noxious vapors of poison are emitted like violent winds and hailstorms, destroying all disease, epidemics, spirit harms, and interferes. So then maintaining that visualization, either on the basis of yourself visualized as the deity, or on the basis of the guru in the space in front, now manifesting in the form of the Vajra armor deity, we recite the mantra together. Om Vizave Om Pavacharari Ve Namashi Nagananda Dasa Vedita Hanana Vajana Rajraso Om Vizave Om Pavacharari Ve Namashi Nagananda Dasa Vedita Hanana Vajana Rajraso Om Vizave Om Pavacharari Ve Namashi Nagananda Dasa Vedita Hanana Vajana Rajraso Om Vizave Om Pavacharari Ve Namashi Nagananda Dasa Vedita Hanana Vajana Rajraso Om Vizave Om Pavacharari Ve Namashi Nagananda Dasa Vedita Hanana Vajana Rajraso Om Vizave Om Pavacharari Ve Namashi Nagananda Dasa Vedita Hanana Vajana Rajraso Om Vizave Om Pavacharari Ve Namashi Nagananda Dasa Vedita Hanana Vajana Rajraso Om Vizave Om Pavacharari Ve Namashi Nagananda Dasa Vedita Hanana Vajana Rajraso Om Vizave Om Pavacharari Ve Namashi Nagananda Dasa Vedita Hanana Vajana Rajraso Om Vizave Om Pavacharari Ve Namashi Nagananda Dasa Vedita Hanana Vajana Rajraso Om Vizave Om Pavacharari Ve Namashi Nagananda Dasa Vedita Hanana Vajana Rajraso Om Vizave Om Pavacharari Ve Namashi Nagananda Dasa Vedita Hanana Vajana Rajraso Om Vizave Om Pavacharari Ve Namashi Nagananda Dasa Vedita Hanana Vajana Rajraso Om Vizave Om Pavacharari Ve Namashi Nagananda Dasa Vedita Hanana Vajana Rajraso Om Vizave Om Pavacharari Ve Namashi Nagananda Dasa Vedita Hanana Vajana Rajraso Om Vizave Om Pavacharari Ve Namashi Nagananda Dasa Vedita Hanana Vajana Rajraso Om Vizave Om Pavacharari Ve Namashi Nagananda Dasa Vedita Hanana Vajana Rajraso Om Vizave Om Pavacharari Ve Namashi Nagananda Dasa Vedita Hanana Vajana Rajraso Om Vizave Om Pavacharari Ve Namashi Nagananda Dasa Vedita Hanana Vajana Rajraso Om Vizave Om Pavacharari Ve Namashi Nagananda Dasa Vedita Hanana Vajana Rajraso Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamsari Pene Machine Nagananda Sabirita Hana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Chare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So Om Vajbe Om Pamisare Pen Mishina Nanda Sabrida Nana Vajana So So at the end of the mantra recitation, you can blow on water if you have. Otherwise, you can blow on cream or ointment or butter to be used on infected areas of the skin. And at the very least, you can just blow into your hand like this, making sure that the air goes up the nostrils. And then most importantly, then think at the conclusion of the session, think that all disease and spirit harms, and we can add all the negative karmas, obscurations, all of that is totally destroyed, totally purified. Then abide for a while, again on the meditation of emptiness. The lack of inherent existence of all phenomena. Phenomena lack inherent existence, yet they do exist conventionally. They exist dependently. They exist merely labeled by the mind. Merely labeled by the mind. Merely means not even one shred of existence from the object's own side. That's why we say merely labeled by the mind. Yet being merely labeled by the mind upon a valid base is enough for phenomena to exist conventionally. And therefore, while empty of inherent existence, then one rises again conventionally as the deity's holy body. And then here we can make our practice of the four opponent powers complete by thinking the last opponent power of resolve, thinking that whatever negative actions we find easy to refrain from, we will refrain from. And then those negative actions we find difficult to refrain from, we will refrain even. Okay. So page 40, we'll do the dedication. Due to all the roots of virtue accumulated in the 3 times by myself, all sentient beings, and all the Buddhas, through any sentient being merely seeing, remembering, or touching me, may I fulfill all the hopes of all transmigrating beings perfectly and completely, just like a wish-fulfilling jewel or a wish-fulfilling tree. May all the negative karmas and obstacles, beginningless births, be instantly and completely purified. May the mind of enlightenment that cherishes others more than oneself be generated in one's mental continuum, having easily generated the great seal of clear light in their minds. May they quickly achieve the state of highest, complete enlightenment. In short, by pleasing the holy, virtuous Master, with the activities of much listening that bring to completion the realization of Muni's intent, may I spread the teachings of the victorious one in the 10 directions. So now page 41. Most important to dedicate to actualize bodhicitta. O Janju Semcho Rinpoche Make Panang Kegyuchi Kyawa Nyampa Mepa Yang Kone Gondu Pelwa Sho. Samsara and nirvana lack even an atom of inherent existence, and cause and effect independent arising are unbetraying. I seek your blessing to discern the meaning of Arjuna's thought, that these two are mutually complementary and not contradictory. May the precious, due to all the past, present, and future merits collected by me, the numberless Buddhas, and the numberless sentient beings, may all wars, sickness, famine, and economic problems in the world, and all the dangers of earth, water, fire, and wind be pacified immediately. And may perfect peace and happiness prevail in everyone's hearts and lives. By their generating loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta, may the Buddha Dharma last for a long time, and may the sentient beings in this world meet Buddha Dharma and achieve enlightenment as quickly as possible. Determined to obtain the greatest possible benefit from all sentient beings who are more precious than a wish-fulfilling jewel, I shall hold them most dear at all times. Due to all the past, present, and future merits collected by me, the numberless Buddhas and numberless sentient beings, which are completely empty of existing from their own side, may I, who are completely empty of existing from my own side, achieve the state of full enlightenment, which is completely empty of existing from its own side. And lead all sentient beings who are completely empty of existing from their own side to that state which is completely empty of existing from its own side. By myself alone, I'm completely empty of existing from my own side. O Jamba Bawo Jita Kemba Ran Kundu Zambo Reyan Deshinde Deda Kungi Jesu Dalo Je Kewa Dita Tache Ratu Jesu Shepe Kewa Tache Awa Kala Jutu Mapade Taki Kewe Sawa Dukun Kyan Sapo Shishi Ratu Mawa So now the long life prayer and also the prayer that all the holy wishes be spontaneously fulfilled on page 46. Jikten Kamdir Next, the long life prayer for Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche, page 48. Through illuminating all your appearance dispels the darkness. Your clear mind knows the 84,000 heaps of Dharma. The power of remedies of 84,000 delusions. Your proclaiming dependent arising itself is victorious in battle with the Maras. I worship the supremely kind great Vajra on my crown, clarifying the scriptures and realizations, the teachings of the Muni. You spread and illuminate those teachings wherever they have not yet spread in the world. Having become an actual son of the conquerors, you bear hardships with patience. In your continuum is the realization of the perfection of wisdom, self-dependent arising, precious among the great, fully comprehending and clarifying the meaning of emptiness and compassion. You guide all beings in the path of liberation. Perfectly qualified spiritual friend, my Guru, please remain forever. She who protects from the fears of 3 times Aryatara, please increase the lifespan and activities of beings who observe the Holy Dharma, and always without separation, without their spontaneous actions, by the infallible deities of the 3 roots, may all be auspicious. So we also dedicate all the merits accumulated over 3 times by ourselves, as well as all the numberless Buddhas and numberless sentient beings, that all the beings who have recently died, whether due to complications from the coronavirus or whatever caused their death, all the beings now in the bardo, may they instantly be reborn in the pure land of the Buddha, where they can be enlightened, or at the very least, may they achieve a perfect human rebirth, meet with the perfectly qualified Mahayana virtuous friend, practice the Mahayana Dharma, and gain all the realizations, particularly bodhicitta and the realization of emptiness, and the unification of no more learning in their very next lifetime. Then we also dedicate all the 3 times merits accumulated by ourselves, as well as the merits accumulated by the numberless sentient beings and numberless Buddhas, that all the beings who are currently sick particularly Ms. Seagrave, and then also Neha Nair, both of whom have the COVID-19 virus. All the names we've been asked to pray for. Then also all the names, all the people we haven't been asked to pray for. Maybe they don't have anyone to pray for them. So all these beings who are sick, may they in this very second be completely freed from all of their ailments. And then having fully recovered, may they live the most meaningful, beneficial lives by meeting with and practicing the Mahayana Dharma and attain all the realizations of the path, including the unified state of Vajradhara in this very life. Then we also dedicate all of our merits accumulated in 3 times, as well as all the merits accumulated by the numberless sentient beings and numberless Buddhas. That all the sentient beings in this or any of the world systems of the 10 directions always have everything they need to sustain life, including food, medicine, shelter, clothing, whatever they need to promote and sustain their lives. And then especially all of the very courageous medical workers, doctors, nurses, as well as all the others in the world, policemen, firefighters, whatever their job is, those who are continuing to put their lives on the line to make sure that society continues to function in this very difficult time, and all the medical workers who are trying to benefit and help cure all the sick people in the world. May they have everything they need, including all necessary protective gear, medicines, hospital beds, ventilators. So thank you very much. Namaste, Kashile, xie xie.
Yeah. Stay safe.
Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, stay safe. Bye-bye.
How do you say in Russian, stay safe?
Будьте здоровы.
What is, I say